By the end of this video, you're going to find out if Databutton is as good as Lovable and Bolt for building apps with AI. We're going to build and deploy a real travel app. Here we are on Databutton. So this looks quite familiar to the other AI building tools. Before testing this tool out, what we're going to do first is just have a little scroll down to see what people have built. So this will give us an idea of what you can build using Databutton. So the first one is called Vulva. We're going to go to the app and check this out just to get a little bit of a taste of what you can build. So your dream wardrobe designed by you, built by us. This was built on Databutton. So if you click start designing, it looks like it's an AI app that we can use to generate different types of things. This allows you to create wardrobes. Another one is Tagify, which, as it says here, is where you can sign in straight away. Very AI generated here. It's just saying powered by Jump. There's not a lot of information here, but if we go back, it says it's an AI powered video tagging for SEO and recommendations. And we'll look at one more just to see before we start building. This is called Absolutely Not Twitch, and it looks like it's a streaming account or streaming website that is all about gameplay. So pretty impressive. Now it says down here, these are the different prompts that we can use to get started. So there's a travel itinerary and booking app. Very simple prompt here. I'm just going to try it with the prompt that it's recommending and see what it comes up with. So at the moment it's saying setting up your app details, almost there. And then we get into this here, which is really interesting because it allows us to go into the different categories of our app to really define what we want to build. So it says fine-tune the key information about the app you're building. We've pre-filled a form, very small writing here. We've pre-filled the form partially based on the initial app idea. Feel free to make updates needed. So a travel itinerary and booking app that allow users to save their trips to. Target audience, so preferences and special needs. People who like to travel often and like new experiences. I'm going to call the app Travelerly. And then what we're going to have down here is main screen size desktop and default theme light. Let's just stay with that for now and generate starting point with AI. So you can see here, we already have on the left, we have the different pages. We have the UI components, UI files, backend, media public, and internal storage. So all of this is into different sections that obviously we can build over time. Now over on the right, it's saying now build a first version that includes a core trip management features, including a clean and travel inspired design that will allow users to create trips, etc. Let's start building. Now I'm going to pause it here and see how long it takes. Okay, that took about 3 minutes, and you can see up here that it's done a lot of things like code written, add core components, add pages for trip management, logs read. And then it says here, I've built the first version of Travelerly. Here's what you can do with it. View all your trips on the homepage, create new trips with destination and dates, view detailed trip information, add activities to your trips with times, locations, and notes. See your trip activities in a beautiful timeline. Could you please test it out by creating a new trip, adding some activity to the trip, viewing the trip details and timeline. So I'm going to add, wow, this looks really incredible already. So plan a new trip. We're going to say, let's just go with what they're saying, summer vacation. I'll fill this out. It's got a cool calendar feature here that you can see. Okay, and then it created this card here. So it's created this new card. If we go to trip card, and then if we go to the home, we can see how this is happening here. You can see it on your trips. Now we're going to click on this. This isn't exactly what I had in mind when I built out the app or mentioned the app in the first place, but we're just going to go along with it because I was thinking it was going to be an app where people could book trips and look at trips to book. But this could be used if you think about it in a way of between families, between friends, etc. So we're going to add activity. We're going to visit Eiffel Tower. I'm going to choose the date. If I remember the dates of when we're going. Time 12:05. and then scroll PM, location, Eiffel Tower, and no additional details. So activity is there. So then if we go back to the home page, we've got summer vacation, and we have itinerary here too. I'll just say it looks good and see what it says here. What is the next step? So it's saying we recommend we enhance a homepage with some practical features. A search bar. So we're going to add a search bar. This is cool. So it's actually given us these recommendations and then given us these quick button presses so that we can ask the AI to do it for us. So we're going to say, let's say, add a search bar to the homepage. So it wrote the code, but it failed to update app page. So we're going to see what happens next. Okay, so code written, updated app page, inspect changes. And it just says here, I've added the search functionality. You can now search trips by typing in the search bar, filter by trip title and destination. So we're going to refresh the app and we can see that it is there. So you can search by the trips here. It also looks like it deleted the trip from before. So I'm just going to add this again. There it is. And then we're just going to put in Paris. And obviously it's already there anyway. So that's what it looks like on desktop. We can see what it looks like on mobile as well. Looks great. And then there's some other details here. So you can add trip deletion option. This is the last thing we'll do before we look at the Firebase and also deploying. Now it's saying here, unable to preview your app. So your app contains one or more errors that must be fixed. The preview should resume automatically when fixed. If it does not, try refreshing the preview. So I'm not going to go too far into debugging this, but what you can actually do is if you scroll up, you can restore to this point, confirm restore, and I imagine this is going to restore it from this area here. So let's see if this works. Okay, so it actually restored it back to when it was working better. All in all, I've been quite impressed with this so far. Let's just see when we click Firebase, is that you can paste your Firebase config here. So then you're able to then set up Firebase that way. If we just click deploy, you have to set a public account-wide username to do that. Okay, so click deploy, Travelly, deploy app. So let's see if it's going to deploy. So it's saying it successfully deployed the app. So if I open it up, very cool. So you can actually add the trips in here, go back to the home page, search trips as well. So you can think about the different types of apps that you can create using Databutton. If you'd like to learn more about how to build apps with AI, then go to nocode.mba to take our tutorials using tools such as Bubble, Flutterflow, Glide, and how to build websites using tools such as Webflow. This is taught by the top no-code instructors. Just go to nocode.mba to learn more about that. Be sure to check out our guide to Bolt and also our guide to Lovable. So thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.